can't be sleeping, keep on waking without the woman next to me. Guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame it on the night.
Get ready, everyone. All-Star action is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Curring. So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here. Remember now, 60 seconds, 5 racks, 5 balls in each rack, 4 one-point balls, and then the favorite, the 2-point money ball.
Well, if my math is right, you got 5 racks, you got 6 points on each rack. That gives you an opportunity for a total to max out at 30 points.
Good. Carry the one. Right.
Carry the one, slide back. Yep, that's right, 30. Right.
And the young fella, Klay, making it look very easy out here.
Gets the money ball. That's 13. Make that 14. 1 rack left. Chalk it up. It's 4th in a row. Takes it to 19. And it's 20. He collects 22 points. Boy, he looked great out there, didn't he?
Well, we all know how important the money balls are in this event, and he hit 4 out of 5 of them. That's very good work.
And so we'll see Wesley Matthews.
You know, Wes Matthews, Kevin, out of Marquette, had a really solid career there, but was undrafted. A player who really solidified himself as a quality NBA talent. I mean, a tough defender, he's a pretty good shooter, can handle things. There's not anything he doesn't do reasonably well.
You remember his dad, Wes Matthews?
Yeah, I do. I remember, those Wisconsin teams cost me a Big Ten championship. Cost us a Big Ten title back in 1980, and Wes Matthews was the culprit. The catalyst for knocking us off twice.
I am sorry about that.
Yeah, you knew what you were doing.
I know I did.
Did.
Steve, help me out here. Make that 14. Down to 15. He averages 3 points a rack and finishes with 15. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
Well, the key was, Kevin, he took 6 out of a possible 10 points from the move.
And here we go with Paul George.
The 2-point balls can be the make or break factor in this event. Was hitting the money ball something that you thought about during the course of the round, Steve, or was it just another shot for you?
No, it was critical, Clark, and I always tried to take just a split second longer on those money balls just to make sure I held the follow-through, held the focus on the rim before moving on to the next round.
He's up to 7. Now 8 points. 3 racks down, 2 to go.
Now we're talking.
Ooh, he knocks down his 5th straight.
Boy, he's in a good rhythm right now.
He's at 14. 3 of 4 on money balls. 17 on the board. Pushes it to 18. 19 to score. He comes away with a score of 21 on the round. Now that's how you do it. Outstanding focus throughout the round.
Well, the best he looked clearly was during that streak. I mean, really had it going.
And so we'll see Kevin Durant.
Well, a lot of people wondered how Durant would play when he first came into the league, whether he would be a 3 or a 4. It doesn't really matter what position he is. He can play any spot because he's got incredible touch and great range.
A hot start is pretty essential, isn't it, Steve? I mean, it seems like we rarely see guys recover from a bad first round.
I think the key is that first money ball. Even if you miss a couple early, if you can make a money ball on the first rack, get a couple points under your belt, then all of a sudden you can settle down and start firing away.
4 more points to stay alive.
He's got 12. For 13.
Rock solid shooting down the stretch. 1 more to stay alive.
Now to 15. Couldn't finish it off, but still put up an impressive number. He finishes the round with 17 points. I'd say he handled that round pretty well, guys.
Yeah, even if he didn't set things completely on fire, it's still a fine score. I mean, what did you take away from it, Steve?
Well, it wasn't his best, but he gutted out a pretty decent round when he didn't have his best stuff, and that's the sign of an excellent shooter there.
And here we go with Kyle Korver.
I'll tell you one thing. If a player doesn't get into a rhythm and start stringing shots together, it's over quickly.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, but what's so important is that you just can't waste any time. You've got to get into a groove early and then keep the momentum going and just rattle off one shot after the next.
7 more points to stay in contention.
Well, for him.
Nothing to it for Kyle Korver. He's got it rolling.
1 more to stay alive.
That one ties him up for third. He's in third. His score sits at 18 points for the round. Guys, hard to find any fault with that display.
He lit it up big time. That was some silky smooth shooting all the way through.
Yeah, his stroke was great. He went along at a perfect pace. Did pretty much everything right.
Here we go with James Harden. Wrapping up the qualifying round. He knows there's nobody coming after him. He knows the score to beat.
An 18 or higher would keep him in contention.
He'll have to bring it. He needs a good round. He down.
Harden starting to feel it.
Can't get the money ball. He's got 5. Now with 6. That's 7.
He has to get a strong finish here. This is where he needs to show that clutch instinct.
10 now. Now with 11.
6 more points to stick around.
He got 3 points off that rack. Not bad. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few rounds.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get any.
He scores 13 points in the round. Thompson's got the top score in the qualifying round.
Performances all around have been off the charts today, Steve. This has been a true shootout.
No question. We got a great three-point contest on our hands this year, guys.
And here we go with Kyle Korver. He's got to improve on his score from the last round if he wants to have a shot to win it.
The hardest thing for a shooter might be just maintaining that same level of concentration through all 5 racks.
Yeah, I think it is the hardest thing, Clark, because you're just not used to taking 25 shots in 1 minute. And nobody does that. Even in practice, you don't really do it that way. So it's a very foreign feeling when you're out there, and you've got to maintain that focus.
Now with 11. That gives him 12. Money ball, no good. For 13. It's at 14. Good rack right there. 4 points total.
Finishing strong.
Pushes it to 18. Wow. That's his 5th consecutive make. He collects 22 points. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
How about that finish, guys? I mean, his last 6 shots found the bottom of the net.
So it's Paul George ready to go.
Yeah, the heat is on. The pressure is too. The score to beat is 22.
That's 2.
Well, now he's got it going.
Chalk it up. His 4th in a row. He gets 6 points from that rack.
Atta, baby.
He's got 8.
Solid start there.
He's got 9. 10 points on the board.
Choices from this point on are all he can afford.
Matches 13.
8 more points and he'll tie things up.
Down to the final rack. Too much ground to make up here, Clark. He's done.
And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Out of here.
Yeah, you do your best, but this competition is so tough. If you're not on your game, you're not going to win.
And he wasn't able to finish that last rack. A total of 17 points that he'll take away from that round. So it's Klay Thompson ready to start here.
But Clay's dad was an NBA player, Michael Thompson, but more post player and a center. Klay as a guard, a perimeter player who's got that beautiful shooting touch.
Yeah, the heat is on. The pressure is too. The score to beat is 22.
He can only afford 2 more misses.
He's off to a decent start, guys. There we go.
He's going to have to be just about perfect the rest of the way. He's got 8. 10 points on the board. 11 points.
Great mechanics there.
He buries his 5th in a row. 8 more points for him to tie it up. He's made all but 1 of his money balls. And that about does it.
Too late to make up ground now.
Yep, out of reach.
He finishes the round with 17 points. And we have reached the conclusion of the Foot Locker 3-point contest. And one.
busca de respuestas con el manojo lleno y vengo como un libro abierto, ansiosa de aprender la historia no contada de nuestros ancestros, con el viento que dejaron los abuelos y que vive en cada pensamiento de esta amada tierra.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All-Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All-Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All-Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this?
I woke up in a new Bugatti. 2K Sports bringing you all of the NBA's top flight talent. That's right, this year's All-Star Game. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Anthony Davis is out there with LeBron James. That's Rajon Rondo. That's Lance Stevenson. And it's McGee.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And, you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done. Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star Game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made. 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes.
And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30, so that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane, and really that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Not a fast start here for the East All-Stars. 6-point game. Here's Gasol. It's rebounded by the West. McGee's got his third rebound tonight. Wade against Rondo. The drive by James. It's Drummond with the rebound.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. An All-Star week is one great show after another.
And good on the basket. Book it. 7 points for LeBron.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Powell and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball?
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time 2 siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you can sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of. And if you remember last year, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record, and I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Good-looking screen by Gasol. Nobody near Leonard. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
McGee's shot is off. That All-Star Game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Out left to the wing. Here's Teague. Good on the shot. Teague's got it back down to single digits for the East All-Stars.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
LeBron dishes to McGee. 6 to shoot.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And he makes the first.
How about the night LeBron is having? He's already up to 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Wade kicks to Leonard. There's the three, and it's Leonard again missing.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star Game shootouts over the years, but nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling.
Teague against Rondo. Teague kicks to Drummond. Leonard, a good look. Another miss by Leonard.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
54 seconds left in the first quarter. And the rejection by James.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And the basket good. James has got 11 points.
Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star Week as well.
Teague with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Wade kicks to Gasol. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Rondo with it. 5 points in the game. Lets the three fly, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
And we welcome you back to the NBA All-Star Game as we get set to begin the second quarter.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So it's good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for the East All-Stars, Hayward out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Greg Monroe. Then there's Lowry. And it's Butler in at the 2 guard.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
James with it. Butler covering. A shot by Harden. Wide open. The kick out to Westbrook. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Westbrook's got his first basket of the night.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Every All-Star game you can count on, you're going to see some heart-stopping plays. That was another one.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pass.
Timeout called East All-Stars.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
The drive by Lowry. McGee with the block. They recover it. No one covering.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
And last season's All-Star game in New York, it was a good one. The game itself was in Manhattan. A lot of big moments in both the game and the weekend as a whole.
And Durant, here we go. James, the pass to McGee. Back to James. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up. LeBron's got 13 points. Thinking back on the All-Star game from last year, Clark, Russell Westbrook dominated the game as the West won.
Yeah, he was a force, put on a show. But for me, I'll remember the Steph Curry display of shooting in the shootout. Zach LaVine in the dunk contest let everybody know he'll be a special dunker for years to come. Great stuff from all of those guys.
Butler with the ball, and it's Harden picking him up. Butler dishes to Millsap. A shot by Hayward, wide open. No good on the triple.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
And it's out of bounds. And their save was last touched by Durant.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
To the paint, here's Millsap. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. Westbrook against Lowry. Over Durant. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. The East All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. He hits the 2nd from the line. And so here are the West All-Stars. LeBron with it. Now defended by Hayward. The drive by James. Here's Durant. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Lowry against Westbrook. Outside Lowry. It's Lowry again missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Hayward kicks to Monroe. And Durant sends it back. But they'll get another chance. Stolen by Westbrook. Here's McGee. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And it's Lowry penetrating. McGee with the block.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Another miss by Harden.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Lowry with the ball. Westbrook picks him up. Millsap can't hit from the elbow.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
The drive by Lowry. For 3, Hayward, and he gets it to go.
Hayward for 3.
Hayward's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harden right side. From 8. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And Lowry gets it to go.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
New players are now for the East. And some changes here for the West All-Stars.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Well, one thing you know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
The East All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
The West All-Stars have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Now Wade. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And he hits the bucket.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Outside Rondo. It'll count. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And he beats the buzzer to end the quarter.
Terrific shot there. I mean, he was calm. He was.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson alongside. What a first-half performance by the West this year. They did not have any shortage of options to go with. I mean, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is just about to get started. Now,
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
Welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. They've got LeBron James. Lance Stevenson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Davis in at the 4 spot. Stepped in the line out of bounds there, and that will cost them the possession. And here is Teague. Feeds to Gasol. It's stolen by Davis. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. Leonard attacking. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on Davis. The East All-Stars have only made 2 attempts, shooting poorly at the line in this one. Leonard hits them both. On offense, here are the West All-Stars. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
How about that sweet-looking stroke from Gasol?
Here's Teague and the rejection by James. The feed to Rondo. Davis, the pass to McGee. It's stolen by Wade. Kicks to Gasol. Wade on the wing. He's covered by Rondo. Clock at 6. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. And so he draws the foul on the shot clock. Trip to the line to shoot 2.
Rondo playing well. He's got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
Catching up on changes for the West. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Georgia subbed in for James.
Timeout. Start it.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Just trying to get a break in the action. Clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. Cousins comes in for Blake Griffin. And Sheen subbed in for Anthony Davis.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Drummond a screen. Teague dishes to Leonard. Shoots the 3. Here's Gasol. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And he hasn't cashed in on his chances at the line. Only making 1 free throw.
Taking 2 shots.
Gasol hits them both.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
The West All-Stars have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. Goran Dragic is checked in for Jeff Teague. Dishes it to Leonard. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. 7 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Boy, I really love the way Dragic spreads that ball around.
James from beyond the arc and then some.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, he gets you a standing O.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim. And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Rondo against Dragic. It's Drummond with the drive. Gasol plays it up and banks it in. Gasol's got 6 in the quarter.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
The kick out to Dragic. And the 3 off target. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Leonard, no luck. Stevenson drives in. Dragic with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Gasol with the steal. Here's Drummond and the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, but if I can say so, it was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Rondo's gone a nice 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Drummond a screen. Wade kicks to Drummond from 12 feet out, and the shot is long. And here's the West with the ball. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
How about that going up strong? I mean, he doesn't care how much height he's giving up. It's attitude with him.
Walker's checked in for the East. Then for the West All-Stars, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Cousins. Anthony Davis comes in for James. And James Harden subbed in for George. Leonard, the pass to Gasol. And Davis sends it back. And they're able to recover. Clock at 6. Back to Leonard. Another shot. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Timeout West All-Stars.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Here's Gasol. He's got 9. Fades. But they get it back. That's a two-pointer from Walker. The good-looking shot from the wing. Walker's got his first points of the game.
How nice was that? Walker has tremendous form.
Here's LeBron, and that's not going to go. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. West All-Stars out in front, running away with it. Welcome, everyone, back to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game. The basketball here on 2K Sports.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
They've got Jared Sullinger. Kemba Walker is out there with Hayward. Then there's Monroe. And it's Millsap in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And Walker kicks to Sullinger. West All-Stars with the rebound.
West All-Stars.
Guard it.
Get ready
Now
for
a
your
timeout called by the West All-Stars.
You know, guys, coaching in the NBA is not for the faint of heart. Very little job security. I mean, in essence, you get hired to be fired. Let's face it, it's hard to make a bunch of millionaires do what you tell them to when they might be around longer than you will.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. He talked to his guys about having an open, aggressive approach offensively, saying, quote, forget about playing it safe. Let's get after it. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks, Doris. About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Hayward can't hit. And speaking of coaching, sometimes you'll hear that the coach lost the team. When that happens, is that it, Clark? What's your read on that?
You know, I don't quite buy that. I think it's really rare. Winning can cover up a lot of things, and ultimately, it does come down to that, being able to smooth out the rough spots, and winning is the best elixir for that.
And finally, someone scores.
I tell you what, Greg, it's not been pretty. I'll say that much. These offenses have struggling.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Durant, that's good.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
To the inside. And the jam by Rajon Rondo.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
Walker dishes to Dragic for three. Hayward, the shot no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And here's the East. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. And a wide open look for Walker. Again, the miss by Walker. Walker's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Three-pointer. Again, Rondo missing.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And the West All-Stars have possession. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Outside Durant. Outside for George. Just 5 to shoot. And he stepped in the line, so they turn it over.
Eastern All-Stars.
Clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
The West making some changes. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for LeBron. Harden comes in for Kevin Durant. And Lillard subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Sullinger with the bucket.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Stolen by Walker. And they're running. Hayward can hit.
That is some tough defense there. It's one of the better finishers in our game.
George. The shot is off. Good D by Sullinger. The East All-Stars on offense. And Walker kicks to Sullinger. Hayward passes to Sullinger. And there's a whistle that goes against Greg Monroe. That's his first foul. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Millsap's checked in. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Randolph has checked in.
And the Executive of the Year award isn't humble. I mean, given yearly to the executive of the team to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. They lead by 29. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. James checked in for George. Rondo comes in for James Harden. And Lance Stevenson subbed in for Damian Lillard. And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big sign in the trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Stevenson dishes to Griffin. From deep, James kept alive. The shot's good from Randolph.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
And Walker kicks to Millsap. That falls nicely that time for Walker.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
The drive by LeBron. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the dunk by Chase.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Walker the pass to Sullinger. And it's Dragic off the drive. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Good.
Such a field shot there, the floater.
24 seconds left in the fourth. Stevenson dishes to Griffin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. He's off on the first.
Blake Griffin at the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. 17 seconds left in the game. And Lance Stevenson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Dragic from deep. Walker. Rondo with the rebound. Here's LeBron. From deep. Off target with that shot. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And for the West, that's 2 All-Star victories in a row and 5 wins in the last 6 years. It's been a dominant decade in this